Rivers and streams can provide us with a lot of resources, like food and water, and even a highway to navigate with. But ones lined with softer rock like limestone and sandstone can also offer us a container. This natural container is called a rock-cut basin. It's formed by a vortex in the water spinning little tiny pebbles, using them like sandpaper, and just eventually grinding out a little hole in some rock. Indians and other people in the past would use these rock-cut basins as a mortar and pestle to grind up nuts into flour to make bread. We could use those for the same purpose, or just to throw some hot rocks in to boil some water. So we're going to get down and take a closer look at a rock-cut basin. Real quick, I want to show you guys something that happens right by the river, alright? You can get a container by rivers in areas such as this right here. Okay, now the Indians here would use these areas as a mortar and pestle. You know, they would gather all their nuts and berries and such, put them in these here where the water has swirled and carved out a little bowl into the stone. Okay, and we can remove all this dirt here and use this as a mortar and pestle. Or even better yet, if we're traveling along rivers or crossing rivers and we have no way to purify water, now we do. Okay, we can definitely find smaller rocks. I can see a whole bunch right here. Now obviously we don't want to grab the ones out of the water, so we'll just go up here and grab a bunch of these good dry ones. And what we'll do is we'll start a little fire here and we'll fill this with water, which wouldn't be that hard, and we'll throw hot rocks in here to boil water. Okay, so anytime you're traveling along the water like this, there's gonna be pockets like this. Okay, and it's not the best thing, but it does serve as a way to boil water. Now the problem with it is you can't take this container with you, but you can use it along the way and find others as you keep traveling up or downstream, more likely downstream. You see, I went ahead and I just filled this with water here, and now that water will stay there. Okay, and a lot of times you'll find these where there's already water in them, so you just go ahead and start boiling. Or if you feel like putting clean water in, you can splash it up in there. Okay, now you can see that eventually it runs over the edge. You're gonna get what you're gonna get, but you can see is I can stick my fingers in that far. That's plenty of water. You know, there's probably a half a liter of water in there, and that's plenty to get us nourished up, ready for the next battle. Okay, so just remember, if you need a quick container, this is a way to do it right here along rivers. It's not the best, most ideal, but it is a container that's already ready, and you just need to throw some rocks in there. If there's these rocks, these big boulders, there's little rocks. So this plan is pretty bulletproof as long as you're traveling along a river with big limestone pieces like this, and it can serve a good purpose for you. Another perfect example right here, guys. This is the best one you can find, where it's got that perfect spherical shape to it from the water swirling. Right there's what we're looking for. Here's another one, guys, just to show you one more. This one here's already got water in it, so you could just come down here and throw a few hot rocks. You're good. And that one there probably is probably a good 16 ounces of water right there, already ready to be boiled. That's just a quick little video for you guys. Just remember, if you're traveling along rivers, look for pockets if you don't have a container. Remember, it's always best to know as many ways to make a container in nature as possible. It's one of the most difficult to recreate, but if you look, nature will provide you with exactly what you need. Okay, you know where to look. Like I said, you can also use it if you find some nuts and berries. Make yourself some bread, grab a hammer stone and just grind that nuts and berries up and make yourself some bread, okay, or some pancakes. You know, it makes you feel better, it gives you some food, gives you a way to make food. The water in there helps you mix that into a mixture of a paste, and then you just got to bake it on a hot rock or make an oven. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little tip there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.